What's up? I'm HUGZ. That's Sam. Welcome to HUGZ and Sam. Today we're getting into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 12. This one's called One is All is One. A little bit different for One for All for One.
Yes.
So in the last episode, we really saw Winry stepping up quite a bit. And I said she was in this heroic role. But what I didn't think about, we had the birth of the little baby.
The baby, which was so
but
cute.
But they don't know about Maze yet.
Yes.
And I'm like, imagine what a crushing blow that's going to be to Winry.
Yeah.
As well as at now, but I'm saying like with how she was feeling and how her progression was going at the moment.
Yeah.
But then it's like in one episode we have an untimely, sad passing, and then in the next episode we have new life.
We have new life, yes, which I love that.
Which is really cool. And I thought the doctor looked like a fat Maze. You didn't think so. But I did think that he looked a little bit like, maybe it's just, because he's on my mind. Pour one out, whatever you're drinking. I would pour it out, but it would go on my computer, and then I would not be able to do this reaction, and you wouldn't be able to see it. So I'll pour one out later. Trust me.
Yes,
Moment of silence for Maze yet again. Okay, and now we're going to get into episode 12. We didn't see anything like progression of that storyline at all. We didn't see anything with Roy. We didn't see anything.
It was just strictly about the brothers and
exactly.
Winry.
This was straight up about Ed, Al, Winry, the arm, and that little like subsection of what's happening in their lives at the moment. So I'm thinking we'll potentially get back into the Roy Mustang story, or at least get some resolution on what's happening. Or the next steps,
right?
At least
I feel like it's like kind of like the story split, and since we learned all about like where they were at, I feel like they drove off in the distance or whatever. They went off in the distance on the train. This episode, I think, has to be strictly about what's going on with Mustang.
One, I think it had to be separated because they don't know.
Well, yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I want to see what's going to go on with Lust and Company.
Yeah.
After all that rigmarole that went on their end. And I
want to know what he found out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what did he put together? Like, I know they're saying it's like a high-level conspiracy, but like in his mind, what was he? What points did he put together? I've said from very early on that I thought the Fuhrer was a bad guy.
Right.
And I still think that could be true. I don't know. He's either a bad guy or just that
weird
epic like grandmaster who like has secrets, but like
yes,
you know what I mean.
Also, I had a question. Whenever Maze actually passed away, the people that Envy took on their personality, like their form or whatever, it can whenever like he died, are they gonna get blamed because like
they're probably dead because doesn't he take on the bodies of it? No, because she took on the wife. Yeah,
was at the funeral because I thought that too. I thought that's how it went down.
I don't know. Well, we haven't heard anything about it, so maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Because didn't he say something about like we have some ideas of who did this?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're like they can't tell because
I don't think they
know who it is.
I don't think they will because they wouldn't think it was the wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, they wouldn't really have any footage outside of like some random
unless somebody saw
cell phone or some random phone.
I don't know how they are like DNA. Like do they have like the fingerprints of like.
That's the thing of like different series. You don't understand like the technologies they have available or like the timeline. Like
because it was like a crime scene. Like they had crime tape and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But like, is it? They have cameras everywhere, and you know what I mean. Like everything is set up.
Can they do fingerprints?
Exactly.
Like,
I don't know. But let's find out what's going on.
We're gonna find out, though.
I was like, we've kind of bunny trailed into this other place, but there's so much stuff going on right now.
That's who he thinks.
The dad, right?
The dad. It has to be his dad.
That's gonna be boring for Al whenever Ed's asleep.
Yeah. Oh, snap. Oh, man. That's a big man.
Freaking Reinhardt coming out of there.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You've grown up a little, huh?
It's just meat.
Oh,
I love that. His armor blushes. Oh, damn.
Oh, well.
I hear you've become one of the
She looks like
military's
Envy
dogs.
like that,
She
doesn't
does,
she?
yeah.
You see, it's because I'm...
Aww.
Look at you, you've gotten so big.
Aww.
Teacher, it's really good to see you.
Oh, snap.
Not feeling well? What are you talking about? I'm perfectly...
What the hell?
You shouldn't exert yourself.
What the hell?
How sweet of you to worry, dear.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh. Is she gonna throw him down?
The hearts are like
Professor
spinning
Stone,
him.
I don't know much about it.
Oh.
Someone you know?
Is that their
He's our
father?
father.
Yeah.
The one who
What's
ran
his
out
name?
of the
Hohenheim?
Yeah, that's the one.
Also, he had to go party. And of course his big brother took care of him.
Aww.
Thanks a lot, little man.
That's freaking adorable.
That makes me so, like, upset.
This makes me sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
Struggles of a single mom, you know?
He'll be back before you know it, Al.
She's crying.
Now,
Oh my gosh. Oh man. It gives me like chills. I can't.
About the baby being delivered.
Oh, yeah. We helped deliver a baby. There was this big storm and we couldn't get the mother to a doctor.
I don't know, it's pretty generous to call what we did helping.
Yeah, it was mostly Winry. And the whole family pitched in, too.
That same miracle brings us all into this world. Always take pride in the lives that were given you.
This dude looks like he could put some damage in.
I wonder why
But I
she
don't feel like he
responded like
does.
that.
Oh, this is the teacher. I wonder if this is like when they first met her or whatever.
That is so cool. She's making.
Because remember, they made a big deal out of her being able to do it without a summoning
without
circle. That's awesome.
That is really cool.
That's the housewife who was passing by.
Ah!
What the heck? Why did she throw up blood?
Ah!
Pretty please, old lady.
Ah!
What about your parents?
Ma'am, these little ones don't have any parents.
Aww.
How am I supposed to say no to that?
See, I was thinking it would have had something to do with the fact of every time she does alchemy, but she's done it and not thrown out.
Exactly.
You know?
One is all, and all is one. You have 1 month to figure out what that means.
Means everything is connected, everything is interchangeable, everything is everything. I think it's like because alchemy, like everything has an even exchange. Everything is connected to or attached to everything else. Like everything is,
considered
alchemy
training.
you know.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I love that she's.
See, why does she like vomit blood or whatever that is?
You know what they say, no better teacher than experience.
Dang!
Holy
What education
crap!
you worried about?
Are they gonna have to kill a bunny?
Got one! Kill it.
That's so sad.
Oh no! Don't do it! Please don't do it. Just be hungry. It's okay.
He's like, you do it.
Take care of it, brother.
Did it get away yet? Oh, the fox did it.
Hey, come back here!
They're like, no, I'll kill that fox.
It had a
Defeated
family. Oh.
Why is that? Why is it just okay to like
How are we supposed to get
kill
the
a fish,
fish?
but like,
We don't have any rods or line
not
or
a
hooks
rabbit.
or bait or anything.
That's a good question.
like she's like, I just leave these children out there to die.
Uh-oh.
That's why Al doesn't have a body.
Oh my gosh.
Hey!
What the
What are you
hell?
trying to do to me?
Ants are very nutritious.
Brother?
I wouldn't eat them, but
So gross.
I don't know about that.
there's people, there's like civilizations, like countries that eat fried ants and stuff. Everything's
Not going to
attached.
die.
Oh snap! They're actually gonna kill the bunny. I mean,
It's sad, but
they're getting it.
She's the Al's tiny
A
little
little
fish.
longer.
Yeah. Fire! Yay!
They're kind of going overkill, but like they haven't eaten in like 6 days. So.
Yeah.
All things are
And then
connected.
eventually
Is
go
that what
back
you're
into the
saying?
sea.
Everything we see, everyone we meet, is caught up in a great unseen flow. But it's bigger than that. It's the entire world, the entire universe even. And
I
compared
love
to
that.
something as big as that, Al, you and I are tiny, not even the size of ants. We're only one small part within the much greater flow.
I still don't want to eat ants
fraction
though.
of the whole.
That's like beautiful.
Today is the day.
Epic,
Let's
yeah.
hear what you've learned about one is all and all is one.
All is the world.
And
Life
one is
poetry.
me.
Very well. Now the real training starts.
Was that it? Were they
She's
right?
like, whatever, that's good enough. I forgot what I even asked you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. You're alive.
Is
That's
the
all I
power
care
of the
about.
circle.
Oh snap!
Wow.
Also the circulation of power. It's best if you experience it for yourself. Enough of that.
Oh,
Keep
little
reviewing
ghost.
the morning's lessons until lunch is.
You can do it without drawing the structural matrix?
If you think about it a certain way, I myself am the Matrix.
How do you do it? Tell us, teacher.
Perhaps it's something you learn when you see the truth.
Because he can do it, so I'm like, I would like to learn how and why.
Seen the truth? Was that whenever he went like into that little like?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Nice.
As I suspected, you could transmute without a matrix. On top of which, Al is now a suit of armor, and two of your limbs are made from automail.
Teacher, how did you know?
Please, I can tell from sparring with you.
Oh my gosh!
How did you know? He doesn't eat or sleep. What was she trying to do, I wonder?
Oh,
Did it rip? Can she not have kids?
that's
Is
why
that
she
what
made
it
that
is?
comment. Oh, and that's why she throws up blood. I bet. Oh no!
Did she have like a
she,
miscarriage and
lose a
she tried? Oh
baby?
my
Oh
god.
man!
How is she still alive? Like, how does she? She lost parts of all of her,
Now I
or not all,
realize I
but
should have told you sooner.
Her inner organs. She
And
might
she
be
just,
like her
like-
reproductive
It
organs or
must have
something.
been
I don't know.
awful.
she like throws up blood all the time. Like,
Nah, I did it.
I'm
wonder
just
if
glad
she's, like,
somebody
their
can
children,
like
you know?
understand them, you know, like there's more understanding there than I thought there would be.
and this is like the most
Oh.
weakness she's shown them. You know.
He's showing a lot of emotion. Oh,
We're so sorry, teacher.
Please forgive us.
We're so
he does
sorry.
not show emotion like that. That's
We're so sorry.
You have to understand that flow.
Like
Deconstruct
every
it, then
episode has been
reconstruct.
so sad.
That's what alchemy is, brother.
The rabbit restructured the grass it ate into part of its own body.
oh cool.
Alchemy
Everything is
part of
everything.
that flow.
It's like I said, when you
And
eat
the flow
nachos, your
is
body
life
becomes a
itself.
certain percent nachos. That's just life.
I'm a nacho.
I'm part nacho.
I'm nachos.
Okay, so this is a really deep episode.
Yeah.
Talking about interconnectivity, and
Yes.
I really dig that.
Which I really like. Yeah, that's so.
I like the way
beautiful.
they explained it, the
Everything.
way that they show it there, because it's true. Even outside of like the anime and outside of alchemy and whatever and things like that, like we are all connected. We are all made of stardust. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's essentially what we are. We're just a speck of nothing flying through the sky amongst a lot of specks of nothing. And while that's really scary and weird, it also kind of shows that everything is connected to or you know, in some way a part of everything else.
Exactly. It's very deep.
Mm-hmm.
Very beautiful. I've actually
It's
never
like
looked at it
poetry.
like that. Like the chicken that I ate once ate something from the earth, and it just like the way that it just kind of goes in circles.
Well, it's
and-
like those, and I know it's like a weird segue into something else, but like, you know, those pods that they put people in to grow trees.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't heard of this, there's like these pods that like when you die, they'll like put you in this pod and bury you, and then like
you
a
become
tree like sprouts out of you,
which
like,
I think is absolutely. I think that's super beautiful.
It's beautiful, but it's also hella creepy.
It is really creepy.
Like, I don't want to walk through that forest funeral home, and just with all the body trees. I mean, it is beautiful. It's amazing, and either way, you know, you break down depending on, I don't know, like, I guess all coffins don't break down, but like a lot of them do because they're wood. But some aren't wood. Some are like people get
metal,
buried in like a freaking freezer or something. Like these giant like a Cadillac.
Yeah. Anyway.
But it's cool. It's very interesting how to look at that. But then you have the flip side of the truth, you know, or that shadow realm. Where you have this demon thing that, you know, takes what it thinks is equal or fair. And it's like, Ed and Al live with their situation all the time, but I would say a fake arm, Ed got the best out of the whole deal.
Yeah.
Like, obviously he's got a fake arm.
And
he lives with the guilt of making his brother, like, have no body.
Exactly.
But, like, personally for him, like, he's just got a cool arm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. But Al's like really screwed. Like, if you think about how sad it is that she couldn't have a child and whatever, but like, Al can't have children. Yeah. Al can't have anything, like, because he doesn't
can't
exist.
Feel like, I don't think he can feel.
I think he's truly too young in mind even to fully understand the repercussions of not being able to do anything.
Exactly.
I feel like we saw a little taste of that a couple episodes back, where the serial killer guy was like telling him, you know, you're a puppet, you don't exist. And it's like the fact that he lives in this world where he does exist, but he also kind of doesn't.
Well, it's because he just keeps like knowing that he's gonna have his body back.
Yeah.
And I think that he just like is
he's
like chasing that hope. And it's like, what if he can't get his body back? Like, what if they can't ever get his body back? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, I think that's why he hasn't like fully like reached out and been like, like I think he's still like he keeps his book of things he wants to eat whenever he gets his body back. Like, but if he doesn't ever get his body back, he's never gonna get to eat those things ever again. And
even that in itself is such like it's such a cool character quirk that he has a list of like foods that he wants to eat. Not like I don't
get why he can't how he can't sleep. Like I get like why he doesn't have a sleep. Body. Like he doesn't need it. But like I don't know. Like I just feel like there's something about sleep that like is refreshing, just all with your mind.
He doesn't have a mind.
Yeah, but I mean, he has like feelings and stuff. Like he's got like his emotion, like his
soul. He's just a soul.
It's good for the soul to like rest. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, like, there's people out there that don't sleep.
I mean, yeah.
Like, it's a weird thing. Like, it's a weird disease or something. But there's people that don't sleep for, like, super long periods of time. And it's like...
No, I mean, I get that. If I didn't have to sleep, I would go long periods of time.
I mean, that would be, like, the biggest advancement in human history would be eventually if we could get to the point where we could not sleep. Because we spend a third or more of our entire lives, like, dormant, not able to do anything.
And that's really, like, sad in itself, knowing that's, like, we sleep the majority of not the majority of our life,
a good amount of our life.
A good amount of our life.
Some people, the majority of their lives.
Yeah.
Some people sleep the majority of their life.
Yeah.
But it's just very interesting. It's very cool how they wrote the story. But I feel like every story lately, every episode has been sad. Even though we had the child being born, we had the story of the pocket watch and Ed and, you know, that whole tale here. And this episode, you know, we started off with, you know, their father leaving and all that. And it just, like, grows into finding out about their teacher and her sadness. Like, there's so much sadness.
Yeah. I knew, like, as soon as she said, like, something about...
something was up?
Yeah, I knew. I was like... I wanted to say, like, did she lose a baby? But, like...
It just keeps making me think of Al.
That's even more.
Do you have a baby?
Do you have a baby?
Hey, fat lady.
And it also, like...
you got a baby in there?
It kind of, like, plays in kind of, like coincidentally that they just left a baby being born, you know, and then they had that story to tell.
Well, also, it's an ebb and a flow. It's everything together.
Yeah.
Maze passes away, the baby's born, we learn the story how she lost her baby. Like, you know, it's interconnected. Just
That
like
is
everything I was talking
so
about.
sad. That is so sad.
It's more sad that she, like, went through the ceremony or whatever, the ritual, and then now
they took
lives
it,
with
like,
that.
where she can never have
And
kids.
she had to live with the moment, like Ed and Al did, of seeing the creature,
Exactly. Which
is worse. You know what I mean?
Man.
This is a messed up show.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking us to watch it because
Yeah.
y'all hate us apparently. But I do
It
love
does
it.
have,
I
like,
think the story is really
fun
good.
parts too, like.
It has fun parts, and I think that's why it's so comedic at times. Is because if it's not, like, this would just be a sad show.
Yeah.
Like I also enjoy how they have the differential in not only the comedic to the serious, but in animation style for the comedic parts versus like the hyper serious
where
parts.
they get like super cartoony.
Yeah,
and they
I
have,
really
like,
enjoy that because it's
little
almost
accent
like
marks on the little
it
faces and
goes
stuff.
it goes from like Saturday morning cartoons to, you know, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how I kind of feel. Like you have this like very vibrant, cheery, funny, like glittery style, and then this dark, like very harsh, hard lines. You know, like things are grandiose. I think that's really interesting.
It's like,
how
would
they
this
do
be
it.
considered like gore anime? Because like I was thinking about that, like, because it's not like really gory, but like there's blood.
There's
and
parts, but I mean it's not like
dark stuff.
people don't die all the time and
Yeah.
whatever. Like there's fights and stuff, and I mean people have died, but it's not at the same level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the difference between a thriller and a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's got aspects, but not full on.
Right.
But I do love it. I really enjoy this show, and I feel like we kind of keep falling off, and I think maybe that's my fault for making it to where we doubled up one day on the schedule, and sometimes it just feels overwhelming that we have 2 episodes that day on top of the other stuff that we record, and we have another channel as well, and then same as our personal channel. I never upload to my personal channel. But I really want to move forward in this show, so we may start recording some in advance, and maybe that'll make it easier, just different days of the week.
Yeah.
But I feel like all of y'all who are super passionate about the show, who comment a lot about it, like I get it. I fully do.
Yeah.
There's some shows where it's like, oh, okay, like Rick and Morty, like it's very funny. I really enjoy that show. It's probably one of my favorite shows. But as a viewer, if I were in your position, I wouldn't be like, Rick and Morty right now, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like the
This is,
progression
like,
of the
you
story,
gotta,
it's
know,
like
and also like the more time that you go without seeing it, like you forget more and more details. So I feel like it's definitely more important to watch them like bulk.
Yes, we may just do like a binge, maybe one weekend, just go ham.
And we'll let you
And
guys
then
know
just edit them and
on the
whatever.
community tab as soon as whenever we do binge watch, we'll post on there that like they're all on Patreon or whatever. If you guys want to go watch them over on Patreon.
All right, speaking of, thank you for all of our patrons who are currently watching the full reaction up on Patreon. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. We love you. We love everybody. But we'll have more videos up for you soon. Bye.
Bye.